UFC President Dana White has issued an apology after an altercation with his wife at a New Year's Eve party.
The video first surfaced on January 2nd. That's when TMZ first posted cell phone camera footage captured inside a Cabo San Lucas, Mexico nightclub shortly after midnight on New Year's Eve. In the video, an altercation between White and his wife of 27 years, Ann, turned ugly when Ann White slapped her husband, who then can be seen slapping her in response.
It was obviously a horrible personal experience. There's no excuses for it. It's something that I'm gonna have to deal with and live with for the rest of my life. There's no defense for this, and people should not be defending me over this thing, no matter what. All the criticism that I have received this week is 100% warranted.
I was horrified. One person's violence never justifies another's. So someone could say, hey, Mr. White's wife slapped him. However, there is a very significant size and power difference there.
On January 9th, California State Senator Nancy Skinner, the chair of the 50-member California Legislative Women's Caucus, sent this letter to Ari Emanuel, the CEO of Endeavor, the UFC's parent company. We are calling for the immediate removal of Mr. White as president of the UFC, the letter reads in part. Every day that Mr. White's actions go unaccounted for, your silence becomes more piercing and troubling. What response, if any, have you received?
Nada. There's been silence from Endeavor, and that's not acceptable.
White has been anything but silent. Last Wednesday, when he addressed the New Year's Eve incident with reporters, he took exception to any suggestion he should step down, even temporarily, as UFC president.
What should the repercussions be? You tell me. I take 30 days off. How does that hurt me? Here's my punishment. This is how I'm labeled now. My other punishment is that, I'm sure a lot of people, whether it be media, fighters, friends, acquaintances who had respect for me might not have respect for me now. The punishment is that I did it, and now I have to deal with it.
It is not acceptable to have just, my public embarrassment should suffice. That he was publicly embarrassed doesn't change the cultural response or the need for us culturally to have a zero tolerance policy around violence against women.
There's a couple things in life that you don't bounce back from, and this is one of them. That's a fact.